Welcome to One Chemistry. Always try to do your best. Now, let us see about 100 concepts in organic chemistry. We are seeing it as episode. This is the episode number 21. If you didn't watch previous episodes, I encourage you to go and see. Here, we solve 5 problems step by step. Stay tuned. Let us see the question number 1. They are asking which compound give precipitates with silver nitrate. Here they given the 4 compounds there, which is attached with bromine with different ring size and hetero ring. A1 is benzene, B1 is cyclopentadiene, C1 is heptatriene and D1 is pyridine. So from the question of precipitation versus structures, you might realize the question is really about aromaticity versus reactivity. The answer is C. Let us see how. Here we look at the every compound with the concept of free bromine formation. Free bromine forms precipitate with silver nitrate, that's how you have the precipitate. Here A1 breaks mean you have the phenyl cation, which is very much improbable because of sp2 carbon CBr bond breaking. Then we look at the B1. B1 if you break it up you have the cation and conjugation, it's an anti-aromatic system. It's highly unstable, it will not form easily because system will go to the stable one, not to the unstable one. Then you look at the D, the same thing like benzene. If you remove the bromine, you have the same problem of sp2 carbon. Only possibility is the C there. If you remove the bromine, you have the cation formation which is aromatic, very much stabilized, so it has free bromine easily. So bromine forms easily, bromine is free, so silver bromide form easily. Here the concepts you have to learn is the stability of cation here. Here aromatic means it's very much stable, anti-aromatic means very much unstable, as well as the breaking or forming of cation. sp2 carbon don't allow the breaking of CBr bond. Then the question number 2, they given the Diels-Alder reaction, anhydride plus diene gives the product. They are asking which alkene is very reactive towards the Diels-Alder reaction. So which diene here? So one is chlorine attached, one is methyl attached, one is methoxide attached. They are asking order of reactivity, whether 1 is reactive or 2 is reactive or 3 is reactive. So from the question and the possible structures you might realize the question is about diene versus its substitution. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here you have to learn the concept that mesomeric effect is stronger than inductive effect. Because mesomeric effect you have the full charge, inductive effect use the partial charge. OMe has plus M effect, methyl is the plus I effect due to the hyperconjugation and chlorine is the minus I effect due to the electron withdrawing ability of chlorine. So diene should be electron rich for Diels-Alder reaction. So 3 will be higher, then second will come next, first will come least here. Here the concepts you have to learn here is mesomeric effect is greater than inductive effect and the diene for the reaction should be very rich in electron density. Then the question number 3, the starting metal you given the cyclohexane with 2 attachment, one is cis R groups, another is trans R group. Cis R group is flipped into trans R group. Here both are in equatorial, both are in axial. Here they given the substitution, they ask the stability, whether if you substitute R for methyl is stable, or F is stable, or chlorine is stable, or methoxide is stable. So the R value versus the stability. So from the structures and possible substitution you might realize the question is really about functional group versus its stability. The answer is B. Let us see how. Here fluorine substitution is more stable, it is called Gauch effect. It's a new effect you should learn. It's a kind of hyperconjugation because CH donates the electrons to the antibonding orbital of CF. It's a through space interaction, that's why you call hyperconjugation kind of effect. So fluorine and hydrogen should be anti to each other for the Gauch effect. So fluorine should be axial here. The interaction will stabilize the axial form, only fluorine is in axial form. So the axial form is stable in the case of fluorine. Here the concepts you have to learn here is Gauch effect. Gauch effect says that fluorine in the axial position is stable with trans hydrogen. Then the question number 4. The starting metal is bicyclic system with two carbons. Then you are using the bromine. Bromine replaces COOH and you have final product is brominated one. Here they are asking the intermediate. Whether free radical is intermediate, or carbon ion is intermediate, or cation is intermediate, or carbene is intermediate. So from the question and the possible intermediates, you might realize the question is really about stability of intermediate and one naming reaction is here. The answer is A. Let us see how. Here starting metal you have silver acetate, you are using the bromine, it is called Hunziker reaction. In Hunziker reaction, if you look at the mechanism, the silver replaced by bromine, then the CO2 elimination with radical formation, then the CO2 leaves the radical and bromine combines, you have final product Br. So definitely free radical is the intermediate here. So the Hunziker reaction have the intermediate of radical. Here the concepts you have to learn here is the Hunziker reaction. Hunziker reaction have lesser than one carbon with intermediate free radical. Then the question number 5. The starting metal is bicyclic compound with one rigid carbon. You have two methyl in the side chain. They are asking number of proton NMR signal. The signals are 3, 4 or 5, 6. So from the structure and possible signal values you might realize the question is about symmetry of the structure versus signal in the proton NMR. So from the structure and possible NMR values you might realize the question is about symmetry of the structure versus proton NMR signals. The answer is B. Let us see how. The starting metal you have dimethyl group. If you look at nicely you have C2 axis. C2 axis means you are rotating 180 degree to get the same compound, or you can imagine both sides are same compounds there. So the possibility of symmetry there. So C2 is there. So what really happened, either side reflection or same atoms here is shown. The numbering will help you to identify the same. 2 mean either side 2, 4 mean either side 4 and CH3 also same. The axis goes through the center of the molecule and what really happened is simplified the molecule to half of the structures. So the answer is definitely B. It has 4 signals. Here the concepts you have to learn is the atom with C2 symmetric relationship have same chemical shift. That's all from this episode. I hope it was easy. Thanks for watching. If you have any suggestion, comment below. Stay tuned for next episode.